Welcome back. Rico Money Bags, a channel helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure that the bell notification is lit. Today's one of those days that when I say keep the bell notification lit, this is a perfect example. We got yourself, man, a really banger of a stream. We got some special guests up here. We got some crazy posts about this stream, but I do want to talk about the overall market. But today's a perfect example why, even though when the markets are pulling back for a day or two, you keep the bell notification lit. You stay focused on your main bags. You stay locked in. You grind with your communities. You don't wait for the catalyst. You become the catalyst. And that's kind of been the mantra lately for everybody. So I love seeing everybody pull up. I see Ali. I see Feg for Life, XPX2, Darren, the Crypto Moon God reposted this channel. Man, not only that, but the Sheep channel also made a post. So this is going to be a really great stream. I want you guys to really show the Sheep Army, the K9 Finance family some love. This has been a project I've been bullish on since the inception of it, just because a lot of the people around there. We're going to get into that. We're going to have a lot of fun. You guys know that, you know, this is the stream where we get to have a good time, but we get to talk about the things that we're passionate about, and that is cryptocurrency, that is blockchain technology. So I do want to start off right at the top, and this is where we like to start, is looking at the overall crypto market cap. We're at a $3.76 trillion market cap, and the crypto market, you know, has bounced. It has come back from that 112, 113. I know it's not 123, and everybody's like, I want to see it back at 123. I want to see it going back to all-time highs. But you know what? This is the first correction after some massive rallies, whether it was BTC, whether it was Ethereum, or it was XRP. I mean, things were just flying and breaking all-time highs. Even BNB, the Binance Smart Chain, was making some things, you know, pop off and getting everybody to talk about BNB, right? So, you know, we have to accept these these corrections and wait for the next catalyst that is going to kind of make the things hype up again. But that's where we look for great positions. Right now, we'll get the cliche out the way. None of this is financial advice. You got to do your own research, right? All that good stuff. But I want you guys to see that a lot of these dips that we're looking at right now were opportunities that we were talking about already for a week that were potential future entries on some of these plays. So let's go into BTC. I need you guys to share the link. Like I said, we got some big people about to pull up, a lot of community. So I need you guys to really make this stream a heavy hitter. We got Saphir up in here. Yo, become the catalyst. Absolutely. Feg for Life, XPX2. That's kind of been my mantra for the last, you know, since we kicked on a lot of the marketing for XPX, since we got a lot of things kind of in the midst. We're going to the Rare Evil event. We're making things happen. No matter what the market's doing, we're making things happen. But this is where I get excited, as, you know, doing what I love to do. And this is grinding with you guys, keeping our fingers on the pulse of crypto, but really making sure that we're not getting shooken out, fam. That we're not thinking that your favorite bag was a bad choice, or that, you know, maybe this is not the right time in crypto, because when it was the first correction and the first bounce on the 50 moving average after an all-time high. Can we not have one correction? Can we not handle one correction, fam? We have to be able to handle one correction in the market. I'm going to clean the chart up for just a little bit, just to get everybody on the same page. I don't want to overwhelm some of maybe the new listeners are like, whoa, there's a lot of indicators going on right here. I want to make this as simple as possible, because I'm not no magic guru. I'm not better than anybody. I'm like one of you guys with a microphone and a camera, and I just been looking at this so much that I see these patterns, right? So why do we have these red arrows here, right? We see red arrow, red arrow, red arrow, red arrow. This was all those times BTC was trying to break past that all-time high, you know, going to 110, going to 112, really trying to break above, but we've seen that we always kept correcting. And when we first broke out of that, right, and we started that rally and that euphoric moment and everything being really exciting, we have to accept that a lot of times prior resistance becomes future support. Now, obviously, the indicators, if you're trading futures, if you're using BYD5, my referral link that is down below. If you guys want to support the channel, definitely do that. We do some giveaways every week, like $500 giveaway every week, basically. So if you're trading futures, then cool, right? But if you're just going to go long anyways on the market and you're bullish on cryptocurrency, you don't have to worry about all those indicators to overwhelm you, right? It's almost this simple. Prior resistance becoming future support, the first bounce on the 50 moving average. And we knew that this was going to kind of happen, because here we're going to introduce the first indicator, the volume profile right here, right? This gap that it traded into, right? And then we saw it coming down to this 50 moving average. So I was like, hey, if we break past the previous way's low, you can bet you know what, that we're going to come back to previous resistance, become a future support, right where that 50 moving average is at. Now, let's add some indicators to let us know, did the trend completely change? Is it ready to turn right back around? Is the rally here? Well, we technically don't have a buy signal on this indicator that I love to use, is the Blunt House indicator right here. But when we add the other one that I've been using for years, this one right here, also, we don't see the parabolic SAR putting a cross on the bottom to say that the trend has officially reversed. Now, this could be just some green candles in a downtrend. And if we lose the 50 moving average, I want to be transparent with you guys. We could see that upper value range being touched, which is exactly where, this 200 moving average could possibly end up. That's 104,000. Does that mean that the market's over? Does that mean no more super cycle? Does that mean no more moon? No, that's not what it means. It just means that the market to take a breath. They get exhausted, right? And they have to bounce back, especially to a lot of these prices that we've seen before. So these are some of the prices that I want you to keep an eye on as far as BTC. I see the stream picking up. I want to see some more numbers in here before I bring up our guest, because we're going to do a really good breakdown on K9 Finance. And I want to show you guys, get the gorillas in here. If you guys go to the gorilla chat, to Effect Token chat, go to the XPX chat. We got, K9 Finance posting about us right here, posting the stream. We also got Sheeb with 4 million followers, tagged us in this. This is pretty epic. So I want to give this the proper breakdown, but I want to see some more numbers in here. So before we do that, we're going to break down a couple more blue chips for you guys as we continue and looking at these BTC prices. Could be the next prices we see, or we get a buy signal right here and we go back towards these all-time high. You guys let me know in the chat what you guys think is going to happen. We got some Solana price action for you Solana degens out here. I know a lot of you guys are listening right now. The fingers on the pulse. Yes, you know what's up, man. Pulse Fitness and crypto. Oh, I like that, man. It's got to be like that, man. I've been on some really... Let me know in the chat. Have you guys been locked in where you're doing a little bit of, some physical therapy, a little bit of that, like, just moving, like, even when the markets are in a downtrend, like just doing what you got to do as far as being locked in. Like, let me know, because I think that's the best way to stay, like, with a high level of discipline and not get shooken out of the market. So here we go with Solana let's start on the daily chart. We're going to clean this up just a tad. Let's check out this volume profile really quick. This is the first bounce on the 50. First bounce on the 200 moving average as well. But Solana is pretty volatile. I would keep this price on the mind. We're going to keep it on the daily chart for everybody. We're going to keep it zoomed out. So keep this price in your mind right here. This, 148, a little bit lower. There's even the potential where I've seen some people talking in spaces that it could come down to $100. If BTC falls, the rest of the market pulls back, then we're going to see a bit of a pullback on Solana as well. But if BTC turns around and we start to see, some buy signals printed on this, some BTC going towards that all-time high, you're going to see that this bounce right here is going to turn around with a buy signal. And this is where we start to go back to this upper value range of around that $212 Solana. All right. We're going to keep it moving kind of fast for you guys. So you guys better be taking notes really quick right now. Load up in the chat. We're going to be going to ETH next. We're doing some quick price predictions, but we're doing them zoomed out, fam. Okay. This is extremely zoomed out on the chart as you guys fill the room up. We got a lot of mental therapy. Yes. What's up, Roger? We got Raj up in here. Everybody's pulling up. Let's go. All right. So ETH right here doing a number, but again, just kind of similar to BTC. We got to buy a green candle, but no buy signal yet. So still no bounce on the 50. We're going to keep an eye on this price right here. 3,300 is where, this shelf could be sitting at. If you look, this is where we kind of made a support when we came down after that nice little rally. You look at this volume profile. That's how I'm finding that, right? You see that shelf. So you could see it kind of trade sideways right around there. And where this 50 moving average kind of trails like this, and see if it trades sideways on this thing like this. But if it failed this 50 moving average, then we trade into this gap. And we'll try to hold on to this first volume profile. If not, we go into this point of control. These prices right here are 2,900. This first section right here is 2,500. If we see a shakeout in the market, you can bet your butts that you'll see some discount prices. I want to say like scary prices or nothing. They're just going to be fire sale prices on your Ethereum, on your Solana, on your favorite blue chips to be able to ape into your K9 Finance or ape into your XPX or ape into your Effect Token, whatever it is that you're aping into. Let's go to BNB next, and then we're going to go ahead and get ready to bring our guests up, man. We're going to do a quick show also for BYD-Fi. We're constantly doing, $500 giveaways every week, starting every Monday. So if you guys are new to the stream, this is a perfect time for you guys to to get locked in and make sure that you guys don't miss out on these giveaways, because I start them every Monday for BYD5. So we'll get into that right after this. And then we're almost at the point where I want to bring up my special guest, but I want to see some more numbers for sure. I want to see some more numbers, man. 100% here for taxing. Let's go, man. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Mike Ritz, come on, man. That's one way to make an interest, man. I like that, though. Come in hot, man. Come in hot. Mike Rutz. Okay, Mike Rutz, I see you, man. Come on in, bro. Right now, we got BNB with a nice little pullback right here. So same thing, man. Almost everything really similar. Some green, but still sell signals on these daily charts. I'm zoomed out. So this upper valley range right here is this $700 BNB. That's about as low I see BNB going unless we see a really good shakeout on the overall market. Obviously, you can hold on to this first little shelf right here around 727. It can come down to the first $700 range. But right to this upper valley range is 693. And sometimes because people know about these round numbers, right? 700, 750, 800, 850, 900, 950. The market makers will wick it right underneath that 700 and bring it down to, 690, 687. Do something like that to make sure to wipe out those stops for sure. So, all right, let's go ahead and do a quick BYD5 show. I do want you guys to take advantage of this because every time I check in with them every week, are we still going to do a $500 giveaway for people? And they're like, yeah, do it, run it again. I'm like, all right, well, if we're going to run another giveaway for everybody and it's $500 from BYD5, here goes that referral link. All you guys have to do is sign up using this referral link. This is first come, first serve basis. This is not, you got to jump. This is the only hoop you got to jump through. But once you're inside the TG and you put your UID number in there, I mean, you get the money ASAP. Okay. So first come, first serve basis. Click on this link right there, register. And then I want you guys to join, not this one just yet. This one right here, which I have all these links down in the description for you guys, where you guys can join BYD5. And here we got calls for scalps, we got calls for signal or for swings, and a lot of these we've been printing on. And I've been showing you guys how these sessions have been going when we've been printing on CFX. You guys can check my X account at Rico Moneybags, where we've been showing you guys some of these gains on trading futures on BYD5. Now, maybe you're not a person that wants to trade futures. You're like, hey, I'm not interested in that. I like my meme coins. I like that. That's cool. Right off of BYD5, you guys can click right here. You guys can go to MoonX, and you guys can go full degen mode and click on Solana, right? Right after clicking on Solana, you guys can click right here. And you guys can see everything that are the new listings, right? You see the new listings. All this stuff is very bullish. So you guys can do this all in one house. Maybe you're not a Solana degen. You're like, Rico, wait a minute. You're calling me a Solana degen? I'm from the old days. I'm from 2021. I'm a PooCoin degen from back in the day. Well, you come over here, you switch to BSC, and you can find out the trending BSC plays. A lot of them coming from the bonk bot, or a lot of them coming off of a lot of them coming off the 4.meme. If you come over here to new listings, right? Come to new listings and you'll see this 4.meme and a couple other launches as well that are happening. 4.meme and a couple other meme or BNB launches that you guys can find on here. Just add it straight to Pancake Swap. But all of these are the new listings. So if you're interested in finding, your hottest plays and doing all of that in one house under one umbrella, come over to BYD5. I've shown you guys multiple times. Their UI is probably one of the best ones out there, if not the best. Go and try it for yourself. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know, and let me find out using some of the money that I'm going to give you guys for free. All right. So we're almost there. We got about 30 more people to go, and we're going to bring on. We got a heavy hitter. I just want to see a couple more people. We're about 2 minutes away from bringing them up. I'm going to do a quick show on XPX where you guys can come over here, find yourselves, off-ramping your crypto with 70 different cryptocurrencies on multiple blockchains. So I'm going to post this link for you guys right now, whether you're a business or an individual. Make sure you guys come over here and off-ramp the 2021 where that's funny, huh? Those old days. We got some OGs and some veterans in here. We got Frank Adams. He's reminiscing over here now with us. If you guys want to come over here and find out more, this is the project that I launched on Smart DeFi. Come check this out. It is on the Binance Smart Chain. It has been launched for over 13 months, and our pay portal has been live for over 11 months. We're over 6 figures in paid orders. So multiple projects in the space use this in a way for them to pay for their servers, but you could be an individual that want to pay for their gas. You want to off-ramp your Solana that you just printed on a meme coin. You want to off-ramp your BNB, your ETH, whatever it might be. You guys can come over here to xpxpay.com, get yourself a gold Visa card, or maybe you're like, hey, I don't want to do KYC. Well, that's fine. We got some non-KYC features for you guys guys as well. Click on crypto bill payments for non-KYC. Click on gift cards for non-KYC gift cards ranging all around the world, fam. We're really doing it out here. You guys can order your gold XPX Visa card with 150K limit or a plastic tap to pay Visa card. And this is our daily chart, extremely bullish. I'm going to post this for you guys right here. And then we're going to go up to our special guest because we just hit 120. And that's really what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the triple digits come on board, because when you got a guest like this, man, I want them to be able to just, when we hit the flow, we don't got to backtrack from when the space really hits the numbers. And something about when you hit triple digits, the space just really starts to pick up a lot. So I appreciate you guys pulling up really strong for the space. Appreciate you guys tapping in, not being afraid when, that crypto bounce had to happen, that correction. And this is why we do this in the space nonstop, so I can bring up some amazing guests for you guys. I could bring up some great plays with utility. One of them being, of course, K9 Finance. Now, I'm about to bring somebody up. This is some heavy hitter stuff in the space right now. I really need to see everybody hit the like button, not only on X, not only on YouTube, but also on Rumble and all other social media platforms that I'm live streaming this as well. Later on today, I will be making shorts and posting this on my TikTok as well. So make sure you guys follow me also on my TikTok on Rico Moneybags, at Rico Moneybags, and engage with that. We've been killing it over there big time. So let's go ahead and bring up my special guest that has brought quite the crowd, man. Taxon brother, welcome up, man. How's it going today, man? We're feeling bullish.
So first of all, thank you very much, Rico Moneybags, for giving me this invitation to join your live stream. And yeah, I'm doing well. Today was a little exhausting, though. It was my first day back at work after the holidays, so I had to wake up at 7 a.m. Plus, I went jogging for 800 meters. But honestly, it's been a great day overall, especially now that I'm here in the live stream with you, Rico. It's truly an honor for myself, and I still can't believe I got this opportunity. So thanks again, Rico Moneybags, so much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, bro. The reason that we're here right now is the mantra that I talked about in the beginning, and I saw everybody really excited about that in the chat. I saw people reposting this. Is we've been talking for a while. We've been having, we had some things going. I don't like to say that I was busy. I was productive, and I know you're productive, but it's this mantra that I've been saying, that we're not waiting for the catalyst. We're becoming the catalyst. And me and you've been communicating, going back and forth about, getting the right day set up so we can come over here and talk about K9 Finance. And I'm bullish on community members like that, because I'm just like one of you guys. I have a microphone and a camera, and I'm bullish on the space. I've been doing YouTube videos since 2021. I'm not going nowhere, right? And I want to support these type of community members that's not just waiting around for the markets to pump, or not just waiting around for a team member to do a specific thing. They're out there being the catalyst, and that's what communities are there for. One of the main utilities is the power of community. So Taxon, man, you're a real one. I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself to, not only my channel, but maybe those who are new to K9 Finance as well, to who you are and what brought you to K9 Finance down in the first place.
So first of all, thank you to the XPX community for joining this live stream, and also thanks to the K9 Finance DAO community for joining this live stream with Rico Moneybags. So for those who don't know me, my name is Toxon. I'm 22 years old and I live in Germany. I'm a very active person. I go swimming every Saturday and I love jogging 800 meters every single day. When I joined the crypto space, I'm not talking about the financial side, but more the social side, like Twitter, Telegram, and all that. I honestly never expected to join a community where I'd find friends I've never met in person. People here have shown me such kindness, respect, and support. I'm talking about the K9 Finance DAO community, of course. To me, it's more than just a normal crypto group. It's a place where I can truly be myself. That's why I'm genuinely proud to represent K9 Finance today in your live stream.
I love that, bro. I really do, man. And I just see the chat right now. You really did something, and I see Frank right now. It's turned up, man. This is what it's all about, Tax, and it's a pleasure, bro. I need to get. I've been swimming a lot lately as well. I think it's part of this crypto journey where you have to have like mind, body, and soul. If you believe in having a soul, if you don't have a soul, that's fine too. We're not going to judge you, right, Jackson? We're not going to judge. But I think there's something special about staying really locked in with not only the crypto space, but also what you're doing in real life. So it's nice to see somebody who's that locked in, but also having a community that supports you, right? Where you get to feel like you can be yourself, right? Where you can talk about, hey, I love swimming. I like running 800 meters and not eating as much as Rico Moneybags is eating because I want to stay in shape, right? But that's what it's all about, is that support, man. So I'm happy to hear that, brother.
Yeah, and just like you mentioned, it's more like, I would say, a normal crypto community that I've seen many times. It's also a community where I can talk about personal stuff. You know what I mean? Also, for example, I talk with the Canine Finance community, for example, about personal stuff, for example, about the experiences of my father, because my father had a really hard, difficult childhood, you know what I mean? But even though that he had this difficult childhood, he's really a kind, respectful person. And that's why I'm sometimes sharing these personal experiences. And then when I see the reaction from the Canine Finance DAO community, it really, gives me this impression that I found a community where the community members are not just interested in the community talking from a financial aspect, but also talking from a humanity aspect, from the human aspect. They also just like talking about basic things, personal experiences, just like what you mentioned. So yeah, and I would also like to answer the second question you asked me, Rico, about how I joined Canine Finance, if that's okay for you.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, bro. I would love to hear it.
Okay, so honestly, I first discovered Canine Finance DAO through the weekly DAO space that is being hosted every Thursday by none other than CryptoPolt's Shane. And at the time, I was still, new to the whole crypto world. And to be honest, I'm a pretty shy person. I don't usually jump into conversation or share my thoughts out loud. But the way that space was hosted by Pulse Digital Shane, it made me feel safe. It was clear, welcoming, and actually meaningful. Listening to the host Crypto Pulse Shane talk about canine finance, governance, bone crush, and all these different areas, it wasn't just informative. It really inspired me. It gave me the confidence bit by bit. I realized that this was more than just another crypto project. It felt like a real community where people help each other grow, where your voice actually matters. That's why finding Canine through the weekly DAO space means so much to me. It's not just how I learned about the project, it's how I found the courage to be part of it. And now I'm here speaking with all of you, which is something I honestly never thought I would have the courage to join a live stream and talk with a key opinion leader like yourself, Rico Moneybags.
And that warms my heart, bro. You're literally you got me swept off of my feet today, brother. Honestly, you're really amazing. And and I've seen you paying attention to our community, which is really nice. And I want to give TK a big shout out as well to Troll King, because even Troll King was being acknowledged by Tax, and like we were talking before the stream and stuff like that, and talking about some of the some of the community hours that we have, some of these community spaces. And TK was one of those people that I seen very early on. I was like, that guy's going to be big in the space, and it's wild because sometimes it's the person that's maybe not as loud and stuff like that really has the heart and the passion to really go. And when you can have some people feel, we all have something to contribute to this space, right? We all have our unique things that why we like certain aspects of certain project, and it could be the exact same thing, but we have different perspectives on it. And it's amazing when you're able to make a place where people feel comfortable enough to build confidence to, like you said, I never thought I'd be up here on a space on a live stream, and I love to hear that, because that is true dedication right there. You can't put that in a pot and tell me that you don't make something that tastes absolutely delicious, bro. you're putting all the right recipe and ingredients together, to make something great, to have a great story to tell. And I think everybody that's listening to this right now, I want you guys all to know that you have a place in this market. This is art.com moment. You have your Rico Moneybags moment, your taxing moment, whether you're a Shiller, whether you're a Raider, whether you're a space host like the one he was talking about that made him feel comfortable to make him feel the confidence to start to do this and get out there. Everybody has that ability in this space. And if you guys have any questions or any way that I can help with that, it's not always about building the project up. It's not always about building the PFP or the avatar up. It's also about building the people up, building the investors up, so they have the confidence to, provide maybe some skills that you don't even know that you need and bring them to the table, like the one that you're doing today, because it's not what you know, it's who you know. So networking and doing things like this is massive, fam. So I really love this story, brother. I really do.
And Rico Moneybags, since you mentioned Trollking, I would also like to give a big thank you to Trollking, because I still remember the first mega space I think Trollking and AI Alpha Wolf hosted, where I joined for Canine Finance DAO. And just, the kindness, the respect he showed to somebody whose face he has never seen really touch my heart, you know what I mean? Because even people in my real life, friends I know from school, don't treat me the way he treated me in that moment, where when I joined his space, I think it's like one of those unrecorded Trollsdean space, he hosted. And just this opportunity to join the mega space really gave me also information about the XPX community. And that's basically how I also built this, I would say, connection, friendship with you, Rico Moneybags, and in the end, that's how I ended up in this live stream.
Love it, man. I love it. And that's proof right there of, the networking, how far it goes, and how you guys are literally one mic request away from meeting the person or the other thing, the object, or whatever it might be, the missing puzzle piece. Let's call it that. You are one space away from just putting your hand up, right? Who cares? Just put your hand up, right? And especially if you guys see me around anywhere, or you guys see the XPX community, I want to say the whole XPX community, I mean, they are amazing people. There, if not for this community, my project wouldn't, and it's not just mine, it's all of ours, it wouldn't be doing what it is today. So I really just want to give a big shout out to all the communities pulling up. But I'm telling you guys are one mic request away from just getting the answers that you need to possibly provide what you want to the space. It could be the next big thing for sure. So Taxin, man, talk to me a little bit more about Canine Finance. So you told me a little bit about yourself, and I mean, what an amazing story to bring it really to bring it all together so people can understand, how this thing has been evolving as far as, your character around it, how you felt so welcome, and now where you're at this point right now, where you're talking about Canine Finance down in the live stream. What are some of the things that you want to talk about that got you bullish on Canine Finance and how that has evolved over time?
So I think it's only fair and respectful to you and to every listener of this live stream that I think I would first of all give a short introduction of what Canine Finance is exactly. If that's okay for you, Rico.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Okay, so before we dive into all the details surrounding Canine Finance DAO, I'd love to give everyone in this live stream a quick intro about Canine Finance DAO, just so the people who joined this live stream know what's all about. So Canine Finance is all about supporting the Shibarium ecosystem. It offers something called liquid staking, which basically means you can stake your assets while still keeping access to them. So you're earning rewards, but without locking up your tokens. We use Bone tokens for staking, and you receive KN Bone, which you can use in DeFi. And the DAO runs on 3 tokens, K9 for governance, KN Bone for liquid staking, and ESK9 as a reward token that you can convert later. We've also got farming pools, real yield staking, and vesting options. So there's a lot of ways to earn and get involved. K9 is helping, I would say, in my opinion, grow the Shibarium scene and making DeFi more powerful and user-friendly. And don't worry, Rico, if this sounded like a lot, I will definitely talk about every important fact, what makes Canine Finance DAO so special in more details as we move on with this live stream.
Sounds good, bro. No, man, I love the liquid staking part. I think you guys are doing it a little bit different. I remember when you guys first came out, like I have a bag with you guys. I actually, have a couple bags that I bought. I bought the dip a couple times and stuff. But I already know from the last bull run that staking is just going to be a meta no matter what. There's going to be a moment where all of this really gets traction. A lot of people are distracted by, just a quick green candle that's coming out and shooting up. But you're going to see as retail comes in and they just want to be able to park a bag and know that it's working for them. This is where staking is really going to take the front stage. And, a lot of people are building for right now. And obviously we have technology that a lot of people can use. There's stuff that, Canine Finance is offering right now that people can use. But one of the end goals is obviously to really absorb retail, absorb the normies, absorb the boomers, whoever, those who are not in the market. And staking it, to me, is going to be one of those main utilities that really onboard the masses and have them park their bags in a smart contract where they can trust it and just get passive income. They're familiar with, earning a yield and stuff like that. And this is where I think staking is going to, be a huge force as far as, helping adoption happen. Crickets. I'm joking. What's up, bro? You still there? We might be having technical difficulties.
No, Rico, I'm still there, of course.
Okay. All right, go ahead, brother.
Okay, so now I would like to talk about Bone Crusher. So could you please check out on the left corner where you can see Launch App on the left corner?
Let's see.
On the top left corner.
Okay, top right corner, okay.
Yeah, okay, so there, everyone, also for your information and for the information of every listener, this is Bone Crusher. So now I would like to jump into something that I think, a lot of folks in this stream will find interesting. I want to talk about, of course, about Bone Crusher, which you can see now in the live stream. It's one of the key features inside Canine Finance DAO, and it's honestly a game changer for anyone who's staking Bone on Shibarium. So I'll break it down for you, Rico Moneybags, and everyone in this stream, step by step, simple and solid, so everyone can follow along. So Bone Crusher, I would say, is basically the powerhouse behind Canine Finance on Shibarium. It's built to help users earn real rewards while staying flexible. It runs through 4 key stages, each unlocking new ways to maximize your crypto. First, as you can see in the live stream now, liquid staking. If you got Ethereum-based Bone, or you are underlegating Bone from a Shibarium Ethereum validator, you can stake it through the K9 liquid staking platform. Once you do, you automatically receive KN Bone. That means your assets are staked for rewards, but still usable for DeFi stuff like farming, so you stay liquid. Next comes farming. So could you please scroll down, Rico, if that's possible? Yeah, that is. Thank you, Rico. So farming. With your new KN Bone, you can hit the farming tools, to earn even more. Either manually create a liquidity pair like, for example, Bone and KN Bone on Shiba Swap, or toss it into a farming pool. Or use the Zap tool for a one-click setup with a 1% fee. It's fast, clean, and beginner-friendly. And then there's real yield staking. As you can see, yeah, there it is. Because you need KN on Shibarium, either bridged from Ethereum or bought on a decentralized exchange. For example, because there are many decentralized exchanges on Shibarium, because there's one famous, Chewiswap Jim, very friendly, intelligent person, and you need to head to the real yield staking page. And you can either stake normally for base APR or lock your K9 for up to a 13x APR multiplier. Heads up, locking for at least 6 months is required if you want to use the vesting feature later. Finally, there's vesting. So it is at the bottom. Yeah, there it is. Thank you. So this part lets you use ESK9, which you can earn from staking or locking K9 to get extra bond rewards. But there's a cap based on how much K9 you locked earlier. For example, if you lock 1000 K9, you can vest up to 500 ESK9. So yeah, Bone Crusher, I would say, in my opinion, is designed to reward activity, commitment, and smart moves in the Shibarium ecosystem. You're not just holding your tokens, you're putting them to work, earning real yield, and keeping full control at every step. Pretty slick for anyone serious about DeFi. So I would say that was basically a short introduction of Bone Crusher. And I know for every newcomer, also for myself, when I first started using Bone Crusher, I think it sounds a lot of information right now. But if you join our K9 Telegram group, there are many helpful community members, for example, like Couch Adventures, who are always helpful in terms of regarding technical questions about Bone Crusher, how to use, for example, vesting or farming.
Man, that is amazing. First off, Canine Finance community, can I see some like clap emojis in the chat for my brother Jackson right here? That was beautiful, bro. That was like opera quality level Shill. That was short, sweet, to the point. I mean, exactly what it's all about, bro. That's really what it comes down to, making people still want a little bit more. I mean, yeah, you know what? For some people, it might sound like a lot of information, but I think that was perfect, man. Liquid staking sounds absolutely amazing. Sound like you're giving, like you said, everybody a lot of tools. Those who are serious for, some of this. Yeah, man, I can see it in the chat right now. That was nice, bro. Yeah, you got to give yourself a pat on the back, man, for sure for that. That was beautiful. You got me excited for this. I'm sure the rest of the chat is also excited for some of this real yield staking, some of the farming, because this is a great way for you guys to not only get exposure to the idea of liquid staking, the idea of real yield staking, but it's with a trusted, supported by Shiba Inu. So it's not like maybe you're brand new getting into the idea of liquid staking. Maybe this is your first time getting into the idea of you're going to be doing some farming. Maybe you're thinking about doing investing. I think this is a great way for you to get exposure to not only obviously a community that's been around for a while and have support from the Shiba Inu team and from that project and Shibarium all together, but a great way for you guys to also join these telegrams and ask questions, because they're right there and they're available for you guys, right? So in 2021, it was kind of wild with a lot of different staking platforms and things like this. But if you're somebody that's interested in staking, you definitely want to do it somewhere where it's reputable and it's trusted. And I think this is a great way that if you guys are looking for, a way to make a yield in the space, or actually even learn by just adding a little bit at a time, so you guys can get an understanding for it. Because a lot of the times, I'm gonna be honest with you guys can digest everything that we're saying and we can break it down for you, but it's a whole nother thing when you actually go through the motion. So this is why we're having these type of live streams right now, so you guys can absorb some of this, but join the Telegram, ask more questions, and actually go through the mechanics. That's where you really set yourself free from the routine of saying, hey, I want something different in my life, but you're bummed out that every day is almost the same. If you want to do something a little bit different, you got to step out your comfort zone. You got to say, even if this might be like, whoa, I don't know, that's, usually I'm on the stream and we're looking, no, this is the perfect time to say, hey, well, here goes something different that maybe I'm not too sure about, but they're opening up the doors where we can join the Telegram, and I can find out how, while I'm sleeping, whether I'm on vacation, wherever I'm at, I can have some form of staking, earning me rewards, earning me a passive income nonstop. That is huge right there. Okay. So I want you guys to really come check this out right here. I've posted the link in the chat as well. When it comes to real yield staking, farming, investing, you guys let me know in the chat, what are you guys bullish on? And Taxon, I got a question for you, and I know this might be a tough question because you probably love the whole ecosystem, but which one are you most excited about, and which one have you found more that you found yourself using the most when you're using this Bone Crusher and you guys were over here doing the liquid staking?
Okay, so it's really a, I would say, difficult question since I love every single part of Bone Crusher, but I would like to answer this question from a personal perspective. So I would like, I think for myself, so just my opinion, the favorite part or the part that I'm mostly using is real yield staking. And the reason why. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, I also have a daytime job. I need to wake up every day at 7 a.m. I work till I think 5 p.m., 4 p.m. And that's why I can't stay active in terms of, crypto 24/7 hours. And with real yield staking, for example, if you lock your Canaan tokens, let's just say for 12 months, you don't need to open the Bone Crusher app again. You know what I mean? You can just let your tokens there, and then basically by locking your tokens, you will earn bone rewards. So that's why I love real yield staking so much. You don't need to be active like every day or every hour, which I personally I am not able to, since I also have a day job. I of course also need to help my mother, for example, in the kitchen or in the garden. So that's why real yield staking is my favorite part, because it does not require a 24/7 attention, I would say.
Right. I love that, bro. And you know what? I'm a big fan of staking myself. That's why we have a staking protocol, and it's something that you're supposed to have a form of set it and forget it. You're supposed to have this form of like, your main cryptos, your speculative assets, but you got to be having, a way where something's making money for you nonstop and getting your cryptocurrency to work for you. So I love this idea, man. I'm a big staking fan. I mean, I'd stake already over a year. It's nothing for me to stake. I know that crypto's the future. So if somebody can just really say, hey, I know that Shiba Inu is always going to be big. I know that K9 Finance is bringing something that's really serious to the table. This could be the next, .com moment, which I firmly believe that it is. And I just want to let this sit here and cook for me. I'll let it lock up for 12 months, and I'll look back after the 12 months if I want to lock it for another 12 months, right? And then after those 12 months, I'll lock it for another 12 months. But if you can already lock it up for 12 months, you're going to be setting yourself up for a lot of rewards. I'm going to let you guys know that right now, because a lot of times right now, people are going to fumble their bag. I was playing a short the other day of people, one of the Apple founders who cheated their bag early. This is a great way to keep you from cheating your bag and saying, you know what, I'm going to trust the process. I want to make rewards while I'm trusting the process. This is where I can still do my daily activities, help moms out in the garden, say it like a Boston boy for fun, and just really let my bags grow, because I know that the team is there. I know that the community is there. I like the technology, the utility is there. So this is a perfect example of finding a solid play with real good utility and letting it cook for you. You did, honestly, as crazy as this might sound, sometimes it's weird to me that I almost got to twist somebody's arm behind their back that they should be making passive income. Like, and that can tell you right away that there's some things that we have to changed in the way that we look at, compared to when we were just web 2 and now we're all up in web 3, is that passive income is something that everybody deserves in this space, man. So I appreciate you, and I know you're bullish on the whole one. I gotta give you some kind of tough question, bro. That's not too bad, right? Which one's your favorite one? But that's why it lets us segue into why it's important into finding a team that you can trust, a community that you really like, and utility that you can get behind for 12 months. And while you're supporting it, it's not just for a free roller coaster ride, it's actually for passive income. So I appreciate that, bro.
You're welcome. And if it's okay, could you please head to the K9 website, Rico? Because I
Yes.
think now, and do you see there on the top, you see the word governance. Could you please click it? K9 governance. There, exactly. Okay. So I think now it's the right moment, because I want to talk about or inform the listeners of this live stream about something that might sound kind of serious, but it's actually super important when it comes to understanding how K9 Finance DAO really works, and that's governance. You've all probably heard the word thrown around a few times, but I feel like we can't fully understand K9 if we don't understand how governance fits into everything. So let me break it down for you and to the people watching this live stream. So governance in K9 isn't just some random voting thing. It's the entire system that lets the community have real control. Like if someone has an idea to improve something or introduce a new feature, the process starts with a post on the K9 DAO forum, as you can see, number 1. That's where people share feedback and help shape the idea. After that, it moves to the round table of dogs. These are elected members, meet every month to check out the proposals. If they like what they see and at least 75% agree, it gets pushed to a snapshot vote. Snapshot voting is, I would say, where anyone holding K9 tokens gets involved. It's one token, one vote straight up. You get 5 days to vote, and if enough people are down with it, the proposal passes and goes to the management council. They're the ones who actually put things into action. And yeah, there are also backup plans, of course. Like, for example, if there's an emergency that needs fast action, the team can skip straight to a 24-hour vote. Or if it's something small and not controversial, they've got this, I would say, quick governance track that's faster, but still, of course, fair. So all of this is, I would say, what makes K9 Finance DAO different. Everyone, and I can just repeat it, everyone has a voice. Every vote counts and decisions are made together. It's all about transparency and trust. And that's why I think governance here is more than just a system. It's part of the culture. And in my opinion, that's exactly why I seriously love this project and this community. Because here, I don't feel like just some random K9 token holder who's ignored. It's the complete opposite. In K9 Finance DAO, everyone counts, every voice matters, every vote can shift things. You actually feel heard, whether you're for or against a proposal. Your opinion is respected, and you've got real power to help decide the future of K9 Finance DAO. That's the kind of place I want to be part of. That's why this community hits different, and that's exactly one of the reasons why I joined K9 Finance DAO in the first place. Because there I have the feeling that every community member is treated equally. You know what I mean? Nobody is, like I would say, treated disrespectful or that their voice or opinion is not being appreciated. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
No, that's epic, man. And you know what? That's why it's important to have this type of open dialogue that you're having, and even saying that people can join this. Like having a DAO system is like you guys got to be really open to the idea of just all discussions, right? So to be able to embody not just like you said, just another DAO, but actually embody like you coming up on the stream and talking to everybody, letting everybody know what's up, getting everybody on the same page, saying, hey, join our Telegram, ask us questions, but also, if you have a bag, you also have a voice, and whether it's one way or the other, you still get to be heard. And I think that's huge in the space. I mean, this is one of the reasons why spaces are so important, right? Spaces on X wouldn't be as important if people didn't feel that they were being heard. So, to incorporate that through smart contracts and actually have a DAO is super important. Honestly, it's super important because who doesn't want to be heard? Who doesn't want to have, hey, their voice listen to, and it's super important. Even myself, I want people to hear what the plans are, what the goals are, why I'm so bullish, why I've set these goals so high, and how we can all achieve them. And if we grind together, we shine together. I know we say that in this space, and sometimes talk is cheap, but this is a good way to put your money where your mouth is and really make some things happen, right? Where instead of saying, hey, maybe we should do this or maybe we should do that, let's all agree on something. let's all come together and say, hey, we say WAGMI, we're all going to make it. Can we agree on a objective to make sure that we can make this happen? And it's crucial to have that, and to have that tight loop with the community. That's only going to make, Canine Finance that much stronger over time, bro. So this is something obviously that I'm bullish on with you as well. And I'm sure the rest of the community is as well. But like, how important it is to feel that, one token equals one vote. That's bullish right there. And shout out to the Canine Finance. Appreciate you guys pulling up. This is an important link as well. One token equals one vote. That is super important. But I think this link is important for you guys to come over here and check this out, because if you're somebody in the space, and obviously you are, fam, we go to these spaces and we communicate with each other. We raise our hands and we talk about things because we want to be heard, right? That's what we want in the space. So, this is giving everybody that opportunity. And like I said, and I don't want to keep forgetting this part, it's with a trusted dev team. It's with a trusted operations. The utilities have been there. The contacts that Canine Finance DAO has, only crypto teams have wet dreams about these contacts, right? We'll keep it PG. I think we can say that. I think we'll keep it PG. But, when you're looking at Canine Finance and you're looking at what it brings to the table as far as their contacts, this is how, if you're looking to explore staking, if you're looking to explore a DAO mechanism and you're like, hey, I want to be a part of that, but I don't want to be a part of some fugazi scenario, this is where you would go do it, right? This is where you would go do it. So, man, I appreciate this breakdown. And I think you're actually a star in the Canine Finance community. And actually, man, this is huge for you guys. I can't wait to make more clips of this and post this on TikTok as well, and where we're posting this on X, because some of these clips that you're breaking down are absolute pure gold, fam. I'm looking forward to actually joining you guys on some of these, spaces that you guys have, and coming with you guys and just having a great time. But hearing you really break this stuff down, I'm sure I'm not the only one in the chat right now that feels more than 1% more bullish on Canine Finance after you're hearing this man break this stuff down. Let me know in the chat, and be honest, chat, okay? And we're technical and we got technical stuff, but can you hear that? Are you listening to that stuff? Don't tell me that you're just like, you're a little bit more bullish on Canine Finance DAO, man. So, Taxon, brother, what else do you got for us as we're turning up the heat on this chat right now? We're almost close to 600 people live with us on multiple social media accounts, but man, we're definitely turning up the heat, man. You're on fire right now. I don't want to let you simmer too long. Let's keep the heat up. What's up for us, brother?
And since we talked about governance, Rico, I think now it's the perfect time to give you and also every listener of this live stream an example of how the governance actually worked. So could you please head to the official Canine Finance Twitter account? And could you please scroll down, because then you will find the announcement about that Canine Finance is an official Coupa sponsor for the Blockchain Foot Risk Conference this November in Florida. Yeah, there you can see it. So yeah, because I think, if I remember correctly, Crypto Queen made a proposal on the Canine forum about that Canine should be a sponsor at that exact Blockchain Foot Risk Conference. You know what I mean? And after it was approved by the Roundtable of Dogs, then it was put on Snapshot. You know what I mean? And that's why I would say I was so fascinated, and I would say I had this admiration, love for the whole project. You know what I mean? Because it's not like that a group of people, like 5 people made the decision, said like, okay, we want to approve this proposal. We don't care what the community members say. You know what I mean? It was not like this dictatorship. You know what I mean? It was like real democracy. And after it was put on Snapshot, the majority of Canine token holders voted for this, I would say, proposals that Canine Finance should be an official Coupa sponsored blockchain foot risk conference, as you can see, 5th till 6th November this year. And I think that's where you can see that Canine Finance is not like just talking governance. There you can see an example. And I would also like to announce proudly that my name is Matt. Matt is, there you can see him. This person, Matt, is the official speaker for Canine Finance DAO. And to be honest, there couldn't be a more suitable one, you know what I mean? Because he has a lot of knowledge, intelligent, and when you talk with him, he always is so respectful, kind, and he treats every community member equally. And that's why I was really, proud and was, happy to hear that he's the official speaker for Canine Finance DAO at the Blockchain Futurist Conference this November.
Awesome, bro. I mean, absolutely awesome. I want to break something down because you said something super important to me, because I'm just going to be honest with everybody. Talk is cheap, fam. If you're listening right now, that he broke down some very important stuff to all the way. And I say this all the time. When you give the community from the front end to the back end exactly what you say, it's amazing what could happen, fam. It's honestly amazing what could happen. And it's one thing to shill, like you said, governance, and to talk about this and that, and that's so exciting, and this is what we're gonna. But you know what? A lot of times, let's be honest, Jackson, that stays on the drawing board. It never does anything, right? We've been in the space for a while, and we just don't see it. So I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm somebody who, I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. Like, I'm not bluffing. If I tell you I got the aces, I'm holding the aces. So the fact that you guys can come out here and say that you're holding the aces when it comes to this DAO system, this governance system, is one thing. But to actually smack the aces on the table and show everybody, hey, we made a vote together. We decided that we're going to Florida. We're going to Miami, baby. Okay, this is where we're going. We're going to have some fun, and we're actually making that happen. That speaks volume, because that tells me, and I'm sure it's going to tell everybody else in the space, that they have a voice. And that's what we've been talking about. But we say it all the time. Talk is cheap. But to see it actually in action, to see this Canine Finance DAO is making ETH Women Miami possible. Canine Finance is supporting our free women-led Web3 experience, being an official Copper sponsor, fam. That is what I'm talking about right there. Not only talk the talk, but walk the walk. And that's what Canine Finance is doing. And that's got to be a proud moment, honestly, not just for Taxon, but for the whole community, right? To say, hey, this is what we've been planning to do. We want this governance DAO to work. We want to be able to be heard, but to really, really put it into action, this is only the first domino to fall of many. Canine Finance. That is epic, man. Congratulations to the Canine Finance community. Also, congratulations to the Sheep team and community that's also backing this up, because I know the majority of them are backing this up. So this is huge to see a powerful DAO like this. But also congrats to you, bro, too. Believing this from the start and seeing this all come together, and then having somebody like, my name is Mud, talking for you guys over there is absolutely bullish, fam.
And I think, could you please head over back to the Canine website if that's okay for you, Rico? And there you can see, there you can see Canine Quest is now live. There,
where was that?
No, at the Canine Quest is now live. Do you see it there at the top?
Right here.
Yeah, you just need to click it. Okay, so now I gotta tell you, Rico, and all the listeners of this live stream about something big going on right now. It's called Canine Quest. And trust me, everyone, if anyone in this stream hasn't heard of it yet, now's the time to really pay attention. This isn't just some random airdrop where everyone gets the same amount of tokens. It's different. It's smart. It's made to reward the real ones, the people who've actually been showing love and activity in the Shibarium space. So here's the deal. Canine Finance DAO launched this 90-day campaign called Canine Quest. It checks out your wallet's history, not just your current balance, but what you've done on-chain, like holding SHIB or Bone, owning NFTs, voting in DAOs, even if you interacted with validators. It even looks at off-chain stuff like referrals or social media engagement. Every little action counts. Based on all that, you get something called XP, experience points. The more XP your wallet has, the better your share of K9 token drop will be. But it's not, I would say, a fixed number or a flat rate. It's dynamic. It depends on how many wallets register, how your XP ranks compared to others, and how active the overall community is. So it's fair and balanced, not dominated by whales. Over 550,000 wallets already joined in the first few days, which is, I think, in my opinion, definitely wild. But you can still boost your XP by completing quests, connecting socials, referring friends, and staying active across Shibarium DApps. It's not just, I would say, about what you've done. It's about what you keep doing. And like Buzz said in the weekly DAO space that is being hosted every Thursday at, I think, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by none other than CryptoPolt Shane. This is 10x deeper than any airdrop we've seen. It's not, I would say, it's not a quick giveaway. It's a full-on loyalty engine built to grow K9 DAO and the SHIB ecosystem with real participation. And the intention behind the K9 Quest is to reward good Shibizens. And that's why I think K9 Quest is fire. It shows that in this community, effort gets rewarded. You're not just a wallet. You're a Shibizen with a history. And now that history could earn you something serious. So yeah, check your eligibility and start grinding if you haven't already. Your wallet might be sitting on way more value than you thought. And I just saw that the official K9 Finance DAO Twitter account made a comment in this live stream, and that you can check out the K9 Retroactive Quest platform at quest.k9finance.com. And also for your information, Rico, you can also connect your Ethereum wallets, and maybe you will also earn, you are also already, I would say, eligible for XP, and in the end, you will also earn K9 tokens. So I think that's also definitely an opportunity you don't want to miss. You know what I mean? Because if you've just been using Ethereum, for example, Uniswap, you're also already earning XP experience points.
That is smart. That was a play right there by you guys right there. How many wallets was that again? Did you say signed up right away? What was that number?
550,000 at the first few days.
What? Wait. Wow, that is impressive. Well, I mean, that is amazing right there. That is absolutely amazing. That shows you it only scales up from there. You know, and that's right, man. A lot of us use Uniswap already. A lot of us have been doing a lot of this stuff. So to have that accessibility where you're probably already earning anyways, we're living in a new digital era where there's low-hanging fruit money sitting all over on the table if you really want to get out there and work for your bags and actually just let your bags work for you. But those are some very impressive numbers and really speak volume of the amount of reach that you guys have. And it's only a matter of time. Like, I've had my bags parked for a long time. Like I told you before we started the stream, I'm just trusting the process. You know, it was easy for me when I saw all the team members and everybody that was on the team list on the first original website. I was like, oh yeah, they got the Avengers of a team. They got, you know, it's like there's no way. I'll let them do what they got to do. I'll leave those bags parked and let them do exactly what they got to do. But this is another thing right here where, you know, that's a huge amount of reach and contact and yeah, overall reach to a lot of people. This can only get better over time. So yeah, we posted that down below for you guys. It's quest.k9finance.com. So quest.k9finance.com. You guys probably got some XP sitting there right now. I mean, this is one of those streams that is one for the books for sure, because not only are we learning about some serious utility, Not only are we seeing how it could possibly work, we're actually seeing in action with them going to Miami. And there's actually some treats on the table, some more money and some things that you guys can do for those that are really active in the space to really earn for, you know, all of your activity in this crypto space while you use blockchain technology, man. So very nice, bro, with this quest.k9finance.com. What else do you have for us? I don't want to put you on the spot because you got banger after banger, how they say in the space, and we got to say it like that because I know the chat loves it. But do you got more alpha for us, bro? Is there some secret alpha that we can get? Is that possible? I see we got the main account up in here. Is there something that you guys can talk in the back channel? Is there any alpha? I know you guys are giving us tons of alpha where everything that's going on. I mean, this is powerful stuff and getting us all on the same page for those who did not know about K9 Finance. But you know, we're gonna get to the point. Is there alpha as well? We have to ask, bro.
So yeah, there definitely is alpha, Rico. And I don't want to sound disrespectful, but you mentioned that K9 Finance is going to Miami, and I don't want, of course, to sound disrespectful, but we are actually going to Florida. So just for your information.
Okay. It had
Because
said
I didn't
Miami
want.
on there.
No, it's Florida.
Okay. Cool. Got it. Sounds good. So November 5th and 6th, Florida, meet people. Do you guys know where, or is it gonna be? Are you guys gonna announce exactly where in Florida? I think it was this one over here that said Miami.
Then you can see it already. You just need to check the official blockchain futurist Twitter account, and I think it's at the Hotel Guitar. I don't know. I don't remember clearly the name, but you can just check out the official Twitter account from Blockchain Futurist. There you can see it. Just need to check out their Twitter account, and there you can see the announcement. So there you can see Florida, November 5th till 6th.
Gotcha. No, appreciate it, bro. No, it's all good, man. We're friends in the space, man. If I accidentally have broccoli in my tooth, I need you to let me know. But
no,
he said, yeah, but I think
honest, I didn't want to, because I didn't want to correct you, because I think when I correct somebody who has more knowledge in terms of crypto space overall, and I don't want to sound disrespectful, so that's why I hesitated first about correcting you.
No, brother. No, we're good, man. We're friends, man. If we're doing this to keep the people informed, right? And sometimes, you know what? I might not know that I had a piece of broccoli in my tooth stuck. And if you had one, I wouldn't let you walk around with it, right? So let's have each other's back and make sure that we keep the communities informed. And like that, we'll have a whole bunch of people showing up in Miami for no reason. Everybody's gonna be like, well, Rico said go to Miami. But no, that's what it's all about, bro. And I appreciate you. You're such a great, you got a really great heart, bro. I appreciate you. But yeah, it's all good, brother. It's all good, bro. It's all good. I love it.
And since you mentioned that you all and also the listeners of this live stream want to hear some alpha, now I want to take a moment to talk about something that really means a lot to me personally and to many others in the community. And that's the K9 Whale Group. Maybe you've heard the name, maybe not, but I'd love to share what it's really all about. So, if someone holds at least 400 million K9 tokens or more, no matter if it's on Ethereum or Shibarium, and no matter if it's staked or locked, they can join a private whale chat. You just got a DM Turtle on Telegram with proof of your wallet, and boom, you get in. And this group isn't just, I would say, flex, because whales get exclusive perks. For example, access to pre-sales from partner projects, early alpha, VIP support, direct access to the devs, and extra benefits from partner projects. But the real thing I want to say is this: we have currently 143 whales in that private group right now. And I want to shine a spotlight on these people, because they're not in it just for quick cash or hype. They joined because they really believe in the project. They feel connected to it. They believe in the purpose behind it. That's why they hold. That's why they contribute. These are holders who understand that Canine Finance DAO isn't something temporary or surface level. It's something with utility, a vision, and a community that actually sticks together. That's what makes it special. And I'll be real with you and every listener in this stream. I'm a canine whale too. I've never actually said that publicly before, but there it is. I joined the whale group because I saw how passionate and connected people were, how much they cared, how fired up they were about things like Bone Crusher. I was honestly shocked in the best way. Like the vibes were so strong, the energy was different. I still remember the day I joined, the welcome I got. Man, that feeling was incredible. They made me feel like I truly belonged. So yeah, I didn't want to leave this live stream without showing full respect to that group. These 143 whales aren't just holders, they are part of the heartbeat of this project. And I'm proud to stand next to them. So shout out to the canine whales.
Shout out to the K9 Whales. Wow, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. You know what? But and I know the feeling, man, when you get that welcoming feeling from everybody and everybody's on the same page, that is just super huge right there. And yeah, man, that's awesome. That is some alpha, honestly, to have that group where again, you're letting the whales have a voice and everything like that and what's going on with the project and some of that decision making is awesome. And to have some extra perks, as far as some future developments, obviously some alpha and stuff like that. I'm really close to some of our whales as well, where one of them is constantly squeezing me for alpha. I got to give it to him and stuff. He's, you got to show love to the whales, right? Because, they're the ones that really support the project and support the vision, the long term, while other people are, cheating their bag for no reason. There's a whale scooping it up because they see the long-term vision and stuff. So shout out to all the whales in the space. Actually, like there are some amazing whales out there, honestly, that they will get their chance as well. A lot of the whales, just like yourself, I'm a whale in some groups as well. I think it's important that when you become a whale, that you understand the long-term vision. And yeah, you'll see short-term volatility in your favorite play, and you're like, all right, man, that sucks. But you know what? I'll just scoop up some more then. I'll become a mega whale. How about that? You guys want to give up that much position? I'll become a mega whale in the situation and keep loading up, because when you have that much passion for it and you see all the substance, it's not just blinded passion. It's not like you drink the K9 Finance Kool-Aid tax and it's just, no, it's like you guys are actually going to Florida. You guys are making these things happen. This is what it's supposed to be about, right? So there's all this substance where, somebody like myself, like I said, you guys, a lot of people see me up on the stream and I'm just like one of you guys. I'm an investor as well, but like somebody like myself, consider myself a whale in my own regard. So some of my holdings is like, I just want to see the proof. I want to see it working. I want to see the substance. I want to see what we said that was going to happen. I don't mind holding. I got other bags working for me. I got other, streams of income. I put that money there because I've already made a calculated decision that I'm going to leave it staked up because I want this bag to really be massive for me in the long term. But when I get to see all this stuff comes together, it's not a big deal for me to put more into my project, to put more into the projects that I'm bullish on. So I'm excited for you, to, be a part of this project, take the DAO seriously, work for your bag. Really, you say you never told anybody, but you're doing it here publicly. And that's why I'm kind of saying it as well, with you, because it's important for us to understand that, hey, this is our investment as well, right? We invested our money into becoming a whale, into holding a substantial bag to be able to take it to the next level, right? And it's not just, hey, I'm a whale and I sit back on my fins and because I did a big splash as far as a buy, that's all I do. No, it takes a lot more than that, right? And you have to have that much passion for your bag to say, I'm going to see this bag grow because, hey, we're here to make some money, but some of us are here to make some wealth. Right. And those whales and a lot of those people that are future whales, we have a lot of future millionaires that are in the making right now that don't even know it because they're accumulating their favorite plays. Right. And you got to just trust the process. And when you support the whales, They'll support the process. They'll help you grow the project at the same time. I have an amazing community that supports all of this whole XPX vision. I don't want to dox everybody, but I have some amazing people that actually support this project as well. And you got to support your whales, and they'll support you in your vision. And I'm glad to see this in the making right here with you, with somebody who saw the vision, saw the product, now help push the product out, went as far as putting your money where your mouth is, and also coming up here and talking about where you got your money at, right? So Taxon, I think you're a real gem to the space, and K9 Finance better never let you go, man. You're a real gem, brother. Hold on to Taxon tight, fam. Taxon's amazing.
Well, thanks for the kind words, Rico Moneybags. I'm really feeling, oh man, I don't know what did I do to deserve this kindness, those nice words from somebody, in this case, you, Rico Moneybags, who also has never seen my face. And that's why I would say I love to join communities, join live stream who's being hosted by people who have this humanity inside them, that they appreciate, or they treat people with respect and kindness, even though they don't know who they are. And that's why I really love that I joined crypto, talking from a social perspective.
Thank you, brother, man. Absolutely amazing. I mean, wow. That's what I have to say. Like, I want you guys to honestly hit this with a big old wow, because what a live stream today. We got just about 1,000 people almost live with us, and this is thanks to all the communities, right? We're up here and we're bullish on our things that we're bullish on and all that stuff, but without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do all this stuff, right? We wouldn't be able to have these live streams. We wouldn't be able to bring these large numbers to tell you guys why we're bullish and why we spend long hours working on this stuff. This stuff is not easy. I know, because, I got a project of myself, and with an amazing team, and you can have an amazing project, an amazing team, and it's still going to be a grind, right? So, the fact that we're pulling almost 1K viewers, the fact that you guys can see the real passion, the authenticness of somebody who's bullish on a project, and it's a project with real substance. It's not just your next we're on a space and it's the next big green candle that you guys see coming off of Pump Fun. It's real substance by real people that really want to see a change in DeFi, and that's what I'm invested into. I'm here to really make a difference in crypto. I know that I'm not going to leave the crypto space. I've been in it since 2017. I've been a YouTuber since 2021. I launched my own project last year with an amazing team, not just by myself, but an epic team. Shout out to Ali, David, and Marlon. And now we have an amazing community, and it's something with real substance. So to see all these people come together, see the official K9 Finance DAO community come up, a lot of the Sheeb OGs, I saw the main account doing that, and just that consistency. Nobody can fake that, right? People can get mad about the financial part and the chart at the moment or the market cap, but it's hard to be that consistent. It's not easy, fam. I want to see you be that consistent, because a lot of people can fake a bunch of numbers, and they can fake a post, and your next big space host can say, hey, we're gonna put a bunch of likes on this and make it look cooler than it really is. But you can't fake the amount of work that's gone into this project, and actually the whole community as well. So extremely bullish on what you guys have done so far. This is really, really cool, to be honest with you guys. Seeing K9 Finance pull up, seeing the numbers that we got, everybody going really hard, seeing the main, like I said, even Sheeb pulling up is huge, fam. You can't take that away from Sheeb. This has been years and years and years of putting this work in to build Shibarium, and now you guys have it here. So you have to support the builders in the space and giving you guys the actual substance, because that's what's going to keep the longevity when retail comes in. Taxon, brother, we've had, what an amazing live stream. Is there anything else that you're bullish on, or you've given us some alpha, and you've given us the rundown. You talked about yourself. This is what I live for, honestly, bro. This was one of those live streams that I'm definitely going to remember. That was one of those really, really solid ones. I'm so excited about it. But is there anything else? I don't want to take up your whole day. We have about 1,000 listeners right now. Is there anything else you want to leave the people with? We have some more projects that we're going to talk about. Obviously, we're going to talk about XPX during the stream. We're going to put in some overtime on some overtime, but I know you're probably busy. Maybe you got to help moms out a little bit more. Is there anything that you want to leave the people with when it comes to K9 Finance right now, bro?
So first of all, I still have one, I would say, important aspect that I would like to talk about. And then at the end, I would like to give a conclusion, if that's, of course, no problem for you, Rico.
Yeah, let's do it, bro. Yes, let's do it, bro. Absolutely. I thought you was
Okay.
done after the alpha. I wasn't gonna try to keep you too long, but if there's more, man, this is
No,
what I love to do. But yes, let's give them all the meat and potatoes, bro.
because you said you don't want to keep me too long in this live stream. To be honest, when you first told me about this opportunity, because I'm being now honest with you in every, I was like a little bit, afraid, speaking like over 1 hour with you publicly, where people are listening to me. I was like a little bit afraid, I said like, do I really have the qualification to speak in a live stream with Rico about Canine Finance DAO? But I would also like to mention a comment that Shane, Paul's digital mate in the Canine Finance DAO Telegram group, he basically said, Toxon, don't be nervous. You are doing great. We are proud of you. And just this comment hit me so hard in terms of that it really gave me a boost in terms of my confidence. You know what I mean? Because when a person that has never seen my face, doesn't even know my name, shows me this kind of support, trust, it really helps me in terms of my confidence. So just also wanted to mention this. But now I would like to take a moment to talk about something super special in the Canine Finance DAO community. Our VCs, voice chats, and Twitter spaces. These sessions, in my opinion, are way more than just people talking. They are like bridges between the leaders, or not like the leaders, between, I would say, community team members and the listeners, like real connections. No wall. You get to ask questions, share your opinions, and get responses live. That's why I personally think they've taken our community to the next level. Each day brings a unique host with their own style and focus. On Monday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in the Canine Finance DAO Telegram group, Frank hosts a VC where the discussion revolves around canine finance, Shibarium, and other crypto topics. And Frank is an OG in the canine finance community, an early supporter whose sessions are always interesting to listen to. And on Tuesday and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm hosting a VC myself in the Canine Finance DAO Telegram group. These are, I would say, lively updates covering canine finance and the latest crypto news. It's like a dynamic news channel, but interactive, with room for respectful dialogue and different opinions. And on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, belongs to Karma Gang. His VC is a perfect for newcomers or anyone looking to expand their understanding of crypto, especially canine finance and Shibarium. Every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the legend himself, Shane Pulse Digital, hosts the weekly DAO space using the official Canine Finance Twitter account. He's well known in the crypto world. If you heard of the Roundtable Space with Mario Nafal, you know the level of experience Shane brings. His insights and advice are invaluable. And personally, I've learned so much from him just by listening. You know what I mean? Because I've already participated myself in different Shill spaces for Canine Finance DAO, for example, Raid Sharks. And just by listening to him, to his weekly DAO space, I personally learned so much. And I think it says a lot when a newcomer, or I would say even a newcomer in terms of crypto, like myself, learned from Shane. Everybody can learn from him. And I just saw that the official Canine Finance DAO Twitter account made the comment that Shane has made 81 weeks in a row every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on X Spaces. So he basically does miss out on weekly DAO spaces. So the consistency Shane has is also definitely remarkable. And on Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Matt takes the stage because he hosts also a Twitter space on Saturday, and his presence is engaging. You know, he brings a university lecture vibe. Each exchange feels enriching, and he answers with such deep that you're left impressed every time. You know, when I join his or when I listen to his recordings of the spaces that Matt hosts, it always gives me those feelings like I'm right now in a university listening to my professor. So, yeah. And finally, on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the K9 Finance DAO Telegram group, Radar hosts Relax VC. You know, it's a place where listeners can speak freely about whatever's on their minds. Radar keeps the mood light, humorous, and positive. If you had a rough day, joining his VC will leave you smiling. And thanks also, you know, just for every of these single hosts, because I think they definitely contribute to the success of the, I would say, K9 Finance DAO project. And I also would like to mention, oh, I forgot, apologies, I forgot one important name. Apologies, Mikey. Because on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we've got a super solid Twitter space hosted by Mikey. It's a Shill space, and it gives different crypto projects a chance to showcase what they're building, whether it's on something on Ethereum, Solana, Shibarium, or on a chain like Solana. It's a great place for discovery. And I think it's also definitely a great opportunity for the XPX token community. So now I would like to give a formal invitation to the XPX token community. If you want to tell people about your project XPX, you definitely need to join the Shill space from Mikey and give those people the infos about XPX token. Can you scroll please up? Because there he was, Mikey. There you can see him with the lion profile. And I think what makes Mikey's space really stand out, you know, is, you know, the way he hosted, the professionalism, the flow, the energy, it's always on point. He treats every guest with respect, gives everyone the space to speak, and creates a chill but sharp environment. And for listeners, it's not just about chilling projects. It's about learning, engaging, and growing together. If you never joined before, check it out. You might just discover your next favorite crypto gem or get inspired by a new team. It's another example of how the K9 community gives projects room to grow and people space to connect. So just like I mentioned, this is, I think, also a great opportunity for the XPX token community. So if you also, Trollking, want to join the Shill space from Mikey, I think he hosts, just like I mentioned, every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think that's definitely a great opportunity.
Love it, brother. Love it. We just got some more alpha. I think, you know, getting some of these guys' X accounts, you know, and shilling some of these, you know, when it's over here with Crypto Pulse 9 and seeing also Mikey over here. To me, like I said, I'm all about the people as well. You know, we run a real WAGMI movement over here, and I appreciate you inviting, you know, my community over there. We'll love to come over there and talk to you guys about, you know, the off-ramp solutions that we provide and give you guys some of the alpha as well. So I really appreciate it because I think Mikey Roots and Crypto Pulse is also part of the alpha, right? These people that are willing to put in the work and talk about and give everybody those voices that we talk about, right? It's we need those people to host those spaces as well. So appreciate them. I see them also in the chat, man. Big shout out to you guys. It's my pleasure to share the real ones that are just grinding. You know, you can't fake 81 weeks of pulling up nonstop Crypto Pulse. So big shout out to you, man. You know, I've been doing YouTube videos since 2021. I got over 3,500 videos. You know, you gotta be passionate about this, man. You really got to be passionate about this. It can't just be about the dollars because it's not always up for that. So he said, Rico, come for the trivia night, $600 up for grabs. Man, yeah, and definitely, you know what? Maybe we'll add to that. We can put like $100 worth of XPX, and so like that, you can add more to that trivia, that giveaway. I'm not sure when the date is exactly. We are going to the Rare Evo event, and I'm going to be pretty busy from the next, from like the 6th all the way to the 10th. And then we got some spaces coming up with Zach Humphreys as well. So, but let me know when this is, and I'll figure it out so we can make it happen. But regardless of the fact, we'll put a $100 XPX giveaway, and we have a massive community that will pull up last Friday of every month. Okay, cool. I'm down with that. It's a date, bro. So we'll definitely pull up with the XPX community there, and we'll also come bearing some gifts for the community. See if we can make it. If we do something really big and do a really nice campaign, maybe we can even and get a big turnout. We can do a little bit more of a giveaway. I also been doing some crypto Visa card giveaways that come loaded. So maybe we can talk about that on the back end and see what we can do to make it a really big splash. And, you know, it's not just about being financially free, but also being free to spend your finances. And that's what we're here to do, man. We're not here to get in the way of anybody when it comes to XPX. We're here just to provide the pickaxes and the shovels to, you know, anybody. We already off-ramp Shiba Inu, so we're already kind of working in that direction. But we're here for the whole space, man. We got multiple projects using our pay portal. So if you're a project, or maybe you're a project affiliated with the K9 Finance DAO that wants to pay for their servers in crypto and wants to be able to off-ramp it, or you're a business that wants to accept cryptocurrency, or a business that has employees that have cryptocurrency, or that have employees that want to get paid in cryptocurrency, we're definitely going to do that as well, man. But you said you had a conclusion for us all together, Jackson, right? This, I mean, Mikey and all these spaces were amazing alpha to me, and I appreciate this invitation. I don't take it lightly. These invites, even joining you guys in the Telegram, I most definitely am going to make it to a lot of these, you know, spaces. So if you guys want to catch up with me as well, make sure that you guys are following at K9 Finance and you guys are tapped in their Telegram, because you guys know I say what I mean and I mean what I say. So I'm definitely going to be pulling up and showing support to these, you know, Telegram spaces, but also these X spaces, so we can all really just grind together, so we can shine together. Taxon, brother, what else do you got for us, man? This is just an epic space. You got the chat on fire right now, brother. You're the star today, bro. I mean, you're knocking it out the park today. This is a stream for the books, bro.
So I think I also want to give a big thank you to every listener, also to the K9 Finance DAO community, who I think we now are already 1 hour and over 30 minutes live. So thank you to everyone who took the time to join this live stream, you know, because I know everybody got their personal life. So I really appreciate that so many people took the time to join this live stream. And before I go to the conclusion, I also, again, want to talk about something personal. Because in my life, or in my, I would say, childhood, or in the time when I went to school, I was, you know, never the popular guy, never the speaker, you know, who spoke in front of his class in terms of PowerPoint presentations, you know what I mean? I was never the speaker. But I think the first space I joined for K9 Finance DAO was a space hosted by CoinMerge. That was the first space I joined for K9 Finance DAO. And of course, at that moment, I was like, I had this fear inside of me. I had these doubts surrounding my head, like, oh, Toxon, maybe it will do bad. The K9 Finance community will, you know, be disappointed in terms of my performance in that space. You know what I mean? But then one person supported me in terms of my confidence at that moment. You know what I mean? And the person who I'm talking about is CryptoPulse Shane. At that specific day, he basically wrote me like in DM. He said like, Toxon, don't be nervous. You're going to be great. Because I told him like, Shane, do you think really I should join this space? And he said like, yeah, you should join it. I have no doubt that you will do a great job. And just these words, you know, I have no doubts that you will do a great job. These really helped me in terms of my confidence, you know what I mean? Because somebody has this trust and faith in someone whose face he has never seen, you know what I mean? And that's why I really appreciate the support from him, and also from everybody else. Like when I join Shill spaces, they always tell me like, good job, Toxon, we are proud of you. For example, like Crypto Queen, Radar, GoGo Gadget, Honda, BMW 60. All those community members always give me these nice comments, and they really mean a lot to me. And I don't forget those. Every time when before I join spaces or before I join a live stream, every time I look at these comments And I think like, wow, they have this trust and support me, and that really helps me in terms of my confidence. You know what I mean? So just wanted to mention this before I go to the conclusion. And of course, I asked Shane and CryptoPorts for the permission to talk about this conversation, about the what he told me before I joined the CoinMatch space, because I'm always a person that if you have a conversation with me in DMs, I will never talk about it publicly, but of course asked for the permission of Shane to talk about this conversation here with you in this live stream, because I just wanted to give people the impression how just these words help somebody like in this case myself in terms of to get this strength to join a Shill space for or to join a space for Canine Finance DAO.
Absolutely, bro. No, man. I think big shout out to Shane. I mean, helping things happen, and obviously somebody like that that's also building the people up is super important, fam. So, no, shout out to him, and yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to him because I think that's epic, right? A lot of people sometimes we get very tribalistic, and sometimes it's hard for people to actually show people. You know, they say the game is sold, not told, and it's nice to see people actually going out of their way just to help people and build up that confidence to actually make some things like some great things like this happen. Because if not for these conversations and getting you ready for all this, it's like how could we ever reach this point that we're at now? So big shout out to you, bro.
And Rico, is it okay now to give this conclusion at the end, or did we come at the end of the live stream, or do you have something else you would like to talk about?
No. I still got a couple things with like XPX, but I do want to hear your conclusion on K9 Finance DAO. Then I'm just gonna share a couple links from XPX because you know we've been live for almost 2 hours. This is almost 1,100 people live. You guys knocked it out the park, fam. This is what I do this for all of us, right? And so I definitely want to hear the conclusion. I'm sure the 1,100 listeners definitely want to hear it as well. And I'm going to talk a little bit about XPX, of course, the project that I launched, and I want you guys to hear about it. I'm very passionate about it, giving it all, my all. And then we're going to wrap up the space and then just enjoy the rest of our day after this amazing, amazing live stream that we put together today, bro.
Okay, so before we wrap things up, I just want to say a few words to close out this truly special live stream, in my opinion, to you, Rico, and also to every listener of this live stream. We've covered a lot today, from the fundamentals of Canine Finance DAO and Bone Crusher, to real yield staking, farming, vesting, governance, and the Canine whales, the epic Canine Quest airdrop, and even the powerful role of weekly VCs and Twitter spaces in building this community. But what really stands out beyond all the tokens and tech is the heart behind it. The passion, the vibe. Whether you're a whale holder, a curious newcomer, or someone just finding their voice like I did through the weekly DAO space, you matter here. That's what makes Canine Finance more than just a DeFi project. It's a movement built on loyalty, support, and trust. The fact that I, someone who used to be shy and quiet, can now stand here and speak alongside Rico Moneybags and all of you shows what this community can do. It lifts people up. It gives us purpose and connection. So as we head out, I just want to say thank you for listening, for showing up, for believing. Let's keep building, learning, and growing together, because here every voice truly counts. So thank you again to all the listeners from the Canine Finance DAO community. Thank you, Rico Moneybags, for giving me this invitation to join your live stream and talk about Canine Finance DAO. I definitely appreciate this opportunity very much.
Wow. That's all I want to see in the chat right now. W's in the chat, fam. W's in the chat. This is an amazing show for and more an introduction to everybody for all things K9 Finance DAO and why Taxon and why the rest of the space is so bullish. But definitely W's in the chat for Taxon right now, man. If you guys love that, I mean, wow. that was a win right there. And I'm letting you guys know right now, there's no way that I'm feeling a little bit, if not more than a little bit, right? Let's be honest about it. More bullish on K9 Finance down. There's no way that you guys can't put some W's in the chat and show me that you're also feeling a lot more bullish on K9 Finance DAO. So come over here, guys. This is where you guys are able to do some liquid staking. This is where you guys can actually get exposure to the idea of liquid staking, the idea of some of this yield without feeling like you're going to get rugged, without feeling, hey, maybe is this some kind of rogue something? What's going on? No, you guys can come over here and you guys can ask questions. You guys can not only ask questions about what liquid staking is about. You guys can not only ask questions about, the real yield staking, the farming, the vesting, but you guys actually have a voice in this project. One K9 token equals one vote. So not only can you experiment with how this ecosystem works in a safe environment, I believe so, because they've been in the space, and like I said, they have context that most projects will only dream of ever having and stuff. So the fact that that they're connected to the Shiba Inu group, that the main Shiba Inu page even posted today about Taxon and myself, which is shout out to Taxon on that one. That's a big W in that in itself. But you have exposure to one of the biggest projects that have been showing you guys how to do it in the space, and you guys can learn in a safe, to me, what seems to be a safe environment, but also not just, hey, I'm indulging in it, I love it, I'm making passive income. All that is all fine, but maybe you want to say, hey, maybe we end up in Florida, right? Not in Miami, but we're going to Florida. We're going to Hollywood. That's where we're going, right? I appreciate you guys looking out for me as well on getting that right. I almost sent everybody to Miami on accident, but close enough. Even right here, this is where it tricked me a little bit. Miami on my mind, it was tricking me a little bit, but we're going to Florida, baby. That's what I want you guys to know, is that we're going to Florida, and I want you guys to know that you guys can actually vote on these ideas. Maybe it's not Florida this time. Maybe next time it's Vegas, and you guys are going to come visit me where I live, and you guys are going to meet me for a crypto event over here, and we can be like, hey, K9 Finance, after meeting with Taxon, and we did the live stream, the community also voted to go to the next event in Las Vegas. And that's what's massive about this. It's not just, the liquid staking. It's also about the part that you have a voice of where this crypto future is going to head. So to me, this is very bullish. These are all things that you guys can touch. It's one thing to say that you're going to create a crypto DAO. It's another thing to get everybody to maybe invest in an idea. It's a whole nother one to get everybody to adopt it, right? And that's what's happening right now. The level of adoption is happening right now. So I'm extremely bullish. I know I've been shilling these links nonstop because I want to be able to tell you guys I told you so later on in the future. That's right. Yeah. We're going to be humble about it sometimes. We're going to be gentlemen about it. But sometimes I'm going to tell you guys, hey, I told you guys about K9 Finance early before the whole world got on the blockchain, before everybody, the retail, the boomers, the normies that understand staking and want to be able to make a yield, they take off on this thing. I gave it to you guys right away. Another project that I want you guys to absolutely go check out as well. This is the project that I launched with an amazing team. I cannot leave this team out. I can't leave the community out. This was not just done by Rico Moneybags. It's a movement that has to happen together. We've been live for over 13 months, fam. This is a project built for multi-cycle endeavors, that's for sure. I was posting this link right here for you guys. Go over here to xpxpay.com if you want to be a part of a multi-cycle project. If you want to be financially free but also have the freedom to spend your finances, XPX marks the spot already with a trusted person that you guys see pulling up every single day. It's not just me, it's the rest of the team. It's not just the team, it's the whole community pulling up every single day. And it's not just us saying that we have one of the best off-ramp solutions that you guys can use. It's the over 6 figures in paid orders that is the proof of concept that we can handle the bandwidth, the multiple projects using this to pay their servers, to pay for their infrastructure, the limousine business here in Las Vegas to be able to accept cryptocurrency. The projects that are using now are newly updated payroll feature for those who upgrade their business account to not only be able to accept cryptocurrency, but to pay their employees in crypto that they can then later on choose whether they want to off-ramp it onto a gold Visa card, a plastic tap-to-pay card, a non-KYC bill payment. They pay their girlfriend's bill, their mom's bill, their brother's bill, whoever's bill they're going to pay with non-KYC, but they can use right here their choice however they want to off-ramp those payments, right? So we're really giving the tools to everybody. You know, obviously we have the token as well, which I'm going to show for you guys. This is a project that will not rug you guys. This is a project backed by BNB. We have 57 BNB backing up the ever baseline price of XPX. And I honestly believe this is one of the healthiest daily charts that you guys can see in the space. If you guys got any questions about XPX, how we've been doing this for over 13 months, the dev right here that you guys can reach on a regular basis, you guys got direct contact to me to make sure that we can send this thing all the way. And we are definitely headed towards all-time high. Do not miss out. 17% of the supply is burnt. And even if you don't hold XPX, you guys can still come over here and order their cards. There's no gimmicks. There's no red tape around this. This is here for you guys to be able to do this. I did a test. I off-ramped Solana, and I ordered a pizza from Pizza Hut app in under 10 minutes. Loaded the card with Solana, off-ramped the Solana onto my gold Visa card, went to my Pizza Hut app, got some stuffed crust, got some cheesy sticks, got some extra weight to put on my stomach, right? And that was all done in under 10 minutes. That is huge technology to be able to use that you guys can use today. This is not promised on a roadmap. This is not later on down the road. This is absolutely today. If you guys want to learn more about us as well, come over here and give us a follow at XPX Token. Give us a follow. And if any of you guys are going to be at the Rare Evo event, I would like to invite you guys to come hang out with me, man. Let's have some fun. We're going to have fun during the day, kind of doing some of that, you know, serious stuff, suit and tie, shilling, but we're also going to have fun. I'm going to be hanging out with Dabatola from Gen Z Media, and yeah, we're going to have a great time. That's what it's all about. So I really want to open this up. We are open to business for individuals that just want to off-ramp their crypto for everyday needs. We're open for business for businesses that want to accept cryptocurrency or even pay their employees with the payroll feature that helps you save on gas fees by doing it in one transaction. Or, hey, let's just network. Let's just connect. Let's just link up and talk about cryptocurrency together here in Las Vegas. And any of you guys ever in Las Vegas, send me a DM. We'll definitely link up. I'll roll out the red carpet for you guys. We'll have a good time. Maybe even get the limousine business that is on our pay portal that accepts cryptocurrency to pick you guys up so we can have a good time in Vegas. Taxon, thank you so much for this live stream again, brother. I think this was one of those epic live streams. I can't wait to snip and make a bunch of clips of this to post all over X. So I do want to let the K9 Finance community know, keep your eyes out peeled, okay? There's going to be a lot of clips of what Taxon was talking about. Also, give me a follow at Rico Moneybags, my main account, which is live up here. You guys see we're live on my account. We're live at the XPX account. But give me a follow over there because that's where those clips are going to be posted. But also follow me on TikTok. TikTok has been really picking up, and I want to make sure that you guys get exposure over there. So I'm going to be making tons of clips that are going to be shorts on YouTube, shorts on X, shorts on TikTok, all for us to make sure that we have that exposure that we deserve on these amazing projects. So this was an amazing live stream, and thanks to all the listeners. Pulse, man, you are epic pulling up, man. Appreciate you. Can't wait to pull up to your space. We had Mikey as well. Can't wait to be pulling up to your guys' space, supporting what you guys got going on. I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys can't do that, continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later.